Well, hi there, it's Tiffany from Daisy Farm Crafts, and today I'm going to go over the pattern Cable Twist Hat, which is found in our pattern book, Handmade Hugs, or maybe you have found it only on our website. And so I just would like to get you started and teach you how to do these cables. You'll be surprised at how easy it really is. Looks complicated, but it's not. All right, the original pattern was made with Peyton's wool roving, and today I'm using Peyton's Lincoln Fog, which is a wool blend, but it is the same weight and it was rated a 5 bulky, and I'm using the same size hook, which is a J. This color, by the way, is Wisteria. Very pretty. So what you'll want to do is start with 59 chains on your hook. That's a pattern repeat of 8 plus 3. So say you did want to use much smaller yarn, you would want to use that pattern repeat to get the length that you'll need. I'm making this for a woman's average head, and that's about 20 inches, and then it'll have some stretch to about 21 or 22 inches. We are beginning in the 3rd chain from the hook with 1 half double crochet. In the next 2 chains, work 1 double crochet into each chain. So here's 1, and here's 2. Let's work a half double crochet into the next one. And now we will work 1 double crochet into each of the next 4. Let's work 1 half double crochet, and we're repeating the pattern. So now let's work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 chains. Then we'll be separated by 1 half double crochet before we work 1 double crochet in each of the next 4. So basically we are separating 2 double crochets and 4 double crochets with a half double crochet in between each of those. You're going to work that all the way down to the end of the row, and I'll show you how we'll finish. So keep your counting. It's half double crochet, 2 double, half, 4, half, 2, half, 4. Okay, I've just worked all the way across the row, and you should have 1 chain left, and you should have ended with 4 double crochets. So just work 1 half double crochet into that final chain. Chain 2 and turn. Let's get row 2 going, and all of that pattern will start to make sense. Okay, what you first need to do though is a wide half double crochet, abbreviated in the pattern as WHD. And what that really means, HDC. What that really means is that instead of working under the top 2 loops of the half double crochet, I need you to reach down into the space that's between the half double crochet and the double crochet. This is a wide half double crochet. Just means that you're working underneath all 3 of those loops. So come up and make your half double crochet, just like that. Now we're going to work front post double crochet. So front post, all that means is that you're reaching back into that same space. You're popping the post, the vertical post of that double crochet forward, just like that. Then bring your yarn around, yarn over, complete the stitch exactly the same. Pull through two, pull through two. So it makes the post pop forward. So we need to do that around the first 4 double crochets. Okay, now we're coming up to the next stitch would be that half double crochet. So again, instead of working into the loops, reach down here, work to the left of the half double crochet post in between, and get that wide half double crochet in there. Now, the next will be 2 double crochets and pop those forward. So continue that pattern across the row. After the double crochets, don't forget to do your wide half double crochet. But then go ahead and use a double crochet stitch around the posts, popping them forward. So this is the end of row 2, and I have 1 half double crochet left in that chain 2. So I will work my wide half double crochet right into that spot. Chain 2 and whoops, and turn. So you can see that, go back and check that, make sure your pattern of the 4 and the 2 works out with separated by 1 half double crochet. Okay, so now you're turning, and now we're going to do what's called back post double crochet, because we want all of these cables to be on the same side of your work. So let's not forget though, right away, work that wide half double crochet. Kind of a giant space now, but that's okay. Get that stitch worked right in there. Don't forget. Now come down here, kind of turn the work so you can see it. Get your hook to pop it towards the back. This is a back post double crochet. Okay, we're still going to reach, and this is sometimes where people would get confused. It's not the space to the right of the half double crochet, it's to the left. So you've got your post worked, and it kind of can be confusing. There's the post, here's the stitch. Work over here to the left with that wide half double crochet. We don't want to be adding any extra stitches there. Then come down here and pop that post towards the back so that they all line up on the same side of the work. So work this row all the way down. We'll still end. Your final stitch will be a wide half double crochet. We'll chain 2 and turn, and we will work our first twist. Well, how's it looking? Here we go. I haven't turned my work yet, but this is what I've got so far. And so I've just completed my last 4 back post double crochets. I have 1 half double crochet left, so I'm going to reach clear over to the left of it, and in between that half double crochet and the turning chain. Chain 2 and turn. Okay, let's start with the twist row. Okay, so again, don't forget that very first half double crochet. We want to get that locked in right there. Okay, so you see you have these 4 double crochets facing you. we are going to yarn over twice. Skip over 1, 2, 3, go to the very last one. We're still popping it forward, but this time we're working a triple crochet, treble crochet, whatever you like to call it, where you yarn over and pull through 3 times. And see how that kind of crosses back? Now we're going to do the same thing around the 3rd double crochet. Pop it forward, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Kind of keep it slanty over that way. We're doing the 2nd double crochet. And the final one is the very first one of the group. Now all you have to do is reach over. It will naturally twist. And don't forget to do that half double crochet, the wide half double crochet. And there's your very first twist. You did it. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Okay, there's one more trick on the return pass I'll show you though. Okay, the double or the pair are worked normally. We're not crisscrossing those at all. Those will just stay straight, so just work a regular front post double crochet. Don't forget your half double crochet and get to working on your twists all across the row, starting with that outer one. And honestly, if that slips too much for me, I'll start it again. 1, 2. It's the first one. It's like I want it to not have that big gap right there, because then that will just kind of bump out in the back. So the very first one is sort of tricky. I almost like bringing this over, bring the hook over, do the best you can of kind of trying to keep it pinched and tight like that, because you want it to be across. I think that will make it look very nice. And then the second one sort of lays over there a little bit easier. Here's the 3rd, and then the final one. And then just yarn over and come over here with your wide, and it will just kind of twist on itself. And we've got the second one made. Well, here's what it could look like after row 3. Get all your twists done. Still wanted to remind you to get that final half double crochet over here, chain 2 and turn. Now let's work those back post double crochets. Obviously the first 2 are just like what we did, but I want to make sure that you are working those twists in the right order. So now what you really want to do is recognize that they're twisted over, so continue twisting them if you have to, because this first one over here is going to be your last one. So twist them so that you can kind of get all 4 lined up, and you're just going to work them across as if they were, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that makes sense. And I am just working double crochet, no more treble crochet. So that one is kind of twisted in there, get it popped up there. Make sure that 4th one doesn't get skipped or buried. Sometimes it's hard to find, but it's twisted way over there. There you go. And then we should have this little double crochet. Again, make sure you don't miss it. And here is your regular back post double crochet. Okay, now let's work on another row of just regular front post double crochet. I just want to make sure you're seeing, just in case they look funny or something to you, but this is that row. And so essentially we are working 3 rows without, or in between the cable twist row. And you'll always do that cable twist row when the work is facing you. So keep that in mind. So here's kind of like what I consider in my mind a plain row, not the twist. Okay, so just repeat that, and you'll repeat the twist a couple times, I think 4 times. And then we will do the decreasing at the top of the hat, and you just sew it up and you're good to go. It's really great. Such a nice, cute hat. Okay. Okay, so here is rows 1 through 18, what it looks like. So 4 little twists and 2 more rows of just double crochet, of the post. So now we're going to decrease the amount of stitches. So just for this round, chain 1 and turn. And then if you haven't ever seen a single crochet 2 together, just insert your hook into that first stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through all 3 loops. So we're going to do that across every 2 stitches to start to gather in the top of the hat. So here we are at the last, and there is just 1 stitch left, so go ahead and just do a regular single crochet. Chain 1 and turn, and we are going to do the exact same thing on this row and on the next row. So you'll have 3 rows together, all total of the single crochet 2 together. Okay, so this is what your hat should now look like as we've gathered in the whole top of it. And I'm just going to give myself a really long tail so I have plenty for sewing and gathering the rest of the way in. So go ahead and pull that through. And now you'll want to take a tapestry needle and what I'm going to do first is work this needle back through, in and out, working in and out of these stitches just across the top, and I'm pulling them, gathering them more together, and then I will match up the 2 sides and just sew the 2 sides together. So now I have this all sewn together. You're going to want to take the time to weave in your ends here, and then it'll be time to add the pom-pom. So just giving you an idea of what this looks like. Now lately, the pom-poms that I have loved finding at Joann's or Michael's have an elastic. So what I do is I attach a button on the underside of the hat so that then I can just reach up with my hook through here, pull the elastic down, and just twist it around the button so that this can be removable if you want to wash your hat. So other ideas though that I have, if you've never planned on washing your hat or maybe want to hand wash it, is I've seen the pom-poms that just come with the strings, and you would just thread those down. I still think you could stabilize it with the button underneath and then just tie this around the button. So anyway, get a button and just sew this on the underneath of the hat. And that's what you do. So good luck to you with your hat. One other thing I want to show you is that I've been working up versions in velvet, and they turn out just as wonderful and super soft. So this pattern will work if you can find the velvet that is the weighted 5. It's the bigger, so not the baby velvet, and use your J hook. And I think it turns out about the same. And it's just a great little beanie cable hat. So good luck, and thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time.